Got some breaking news to share with you that's coming out of Ukraine. Kyiv has taken credit for an explosion at a bridge that links Russia with the Crimean Peninsula. It follows a series of escalating attacks from both sides in the last 48 hours and claims from President Volodymyr Zelensky that Russia is now deliberately targeting Ukrainian civilians. I want to bring in CBS News senior national security correspondent Charlie D'Agata for more on this. So Charlie, what can you tell us about this attack?
Yeah, well, first of all, this is to be expected, okay, because both sides of this war have been escalating. And certainly the Ukrainians are bracing for retaliation for what happened, that extraordinary attack, the drone attack against Russian aircraft. I know the Kremlin's been playing that down, how damaging it is, which is no surprise. They said a few planes caught fire. The video, which we've seen, you've seen, I've seen, tell a different story. But as far as the talks are concerned, Kremlin's spokesman said negotiations are extraordinarily complex. Dmitry Peskov, he said it'd be wrong for anybody to expect a breakthrough at the moment. The Russians have put forward a number of proposals, but largely they call on Ukraine giving up a significant amount of territory, even more territory than Ukraine has already lost, even dating back to 2014. In addition, Ukraine would have to limit its army. So both of those are just flat no's in the past. Russia's now saying they're going to wait to see what the Ukrainians come back with. But yeah, we have to frame these talks the day after the most damaging attack on Russia's military since the war began. And really, honestly, Vlad, there's no overestimating what kind of impact that would have had on Putin and the Kremlin, whether they want to admit it or not.
And so, Charlie, what are you hearing, if anything, from the Pentagon?
Well, first of all, I can tell you that nobody here at the Pentagon nor the White House were given the heads up that that massive drone attack on Russia's bombers were about to happen, or even while the operation was underway. In my experience with Ukraine's intelligence services, the SBU, that shouldn't come as any surprise. Their operational security is airtight, especially when it comes to sharing that kind of intel with their American colleagues. And I know this because I've spoken to them about that repeatedly. But senior U.S. officials here tell CBS News, this is the most sophisticated, coordinated drone attack they've ever seen. Because for it to work, it had to work on a couple of levels, right? There was the technological aspect of getting these drones into the air, weaponizing them, getting them to target, and delivering their payloads. Then, and this is a big one, right, the espionage and subterfuge element. Right. So Zelensky said Ukrainian agents were able to operate right under the noses of Russia's famed, very competent spy agency, even setting up shop near regional FSB headquarters. That might be bragging, but the point is this plot has been going on for 18 months. They managed to get trucks within striking distance at 4 or 5 airfields, thousands of miles apart. You know, Russia spans like 12 time zones. And while officials are here saying that the Ukrainian claim of like 42 aircraft being damaged might be inflated, even half that, which is probably closer to either destroying or severely damaging those planes, is a huge impact to the Russian fleet. They don't have that many of them. And remember, these are nuclear-capable bombers, right? So some of them were used to strike Ukraine. But when it comes to Russia's strategic bomber capability, that has an impact on U.S. national security, too.
And so, Charlie, before you go, what about these reports from the Ukrainians that the Russians are targeting civilians? Can we verify that? And what does this all mean, then, for these supposed peace talks? You probably saw Sam Vinograd, who's a national security contributor to CBS yesterday, saying that she doesn't think that Vladimir Putin's serious about peace talks. So what does this all mean?
Well, you know, Vlad, it's a mixed bag. And first of all, I have to point out that, you know, in my experience in covering conflict zones, it is not unique. It might sound counterintuitive, but it's not unique to have two adversaries vying for some leverage, to drag both sides to the negotiating table a little bit bruised. But yes, I can confirm that the Russians have unleashed a large-scale attack. I don't think it's as big as what the Ukrainians are expecting. But yes, going after civilian infrastructure, largely in the east, and I think we can expect that in the days to come.
Wow. All right. Charlie D'Agata for us, reporting from the Pentagon this morning. Charlie, thank you very much. Some sobering reporting there. Appreciate it.